You're recording or me?
And I'm recording. We are recording. That's it. We're good to
Awesome.
go.
Awesome. Absolutely. All right. Thanks, everyone. We finally got to this. We had a little tech difficulties in the beginning. This is Big Lloyd Dotson for iCoin Pro training, along with my man, Rich, the KC Green from across
Rich
the
the
pond.
KC
Rich, how
Green.
you doing?
Yeah, I'm
Now,
good, man. Are you?
I'm fantastic. You know, it's always fun to get kicked off your own meeting.
Yeah. 20 minutes in and we've not started yet. Awesome. We
We
best get
haven't. We
going.
haven't. But one of the things you're going to learn if you join us in iCoin Pro, us meaning the company, all right,
Mm-hmm.
persistence is going to pay off. All of you that are paid members of iCoin Pro, you understand that we are just in pre-launch. We have over 60,000 pre-enrollees and over
Wow.
6,700 paid members, and we're only 2 weeks into
Crazy.
pre-launch. So crazy stuff. So round of applause for all of you out there who are pre-enrolled, but especially those of you that have stepped up and
Mm-hmm.
become paid members.
Yeah.
Now, what Rich and I want to do on these trainings, when we do them, there are no links. We're not asking you to join our team. We want them to be open to everyone so that you can start to better understand iCoin Pro, the fantastic product that it is, the education and training platform that it is to learn all about cryptocurrencies.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, the tagline for iCoin Pro is that it is the definitive source for Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies. So if you're joining this live with us and you're not a member of iCoin Pro, meaning that you're not paid yet, we're going to strongly suggest that you become a paid member. Now, here's one reason why. It gives you the opportunity to look at all the training in the back office. And we have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you're watching this, someone shared this link with you, they want you to join them as part of their team in iCoin Pro and start to learn everything there is to know about this emerging market called cryptocurrency. The truth is it's a freight train steaming forward, and either you're going to get on board or you're going to watch it pass you by. Isn't that right, Rich?
Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely. It's been a freight train for a little while, but the market is moving fast. It really is. And in this space, and I'm going to make some assumptions here that if you're on this live or if you're watching the recording, you're in some way, shape, or form in either online marketing or affiliate marketing or earning money online. And in this space in particular, people have really got hold of what cryptocurrency is all about for real and are pushing that forward in a massive way, let alone what's going on with it outside in the big wide world. So yeah, there's some crazy things happening and you need to be learning about it. So someone has brought you here if you're not a paid member. Somebody's put you in front of this recording or this live event. You need to get back to that someone as soon as you can so that you can take the next steps, because you're going to like what you're going to see in the next 45 minutes and you're going to want to take some action.
Know that you're not alone. We talked about those numbers, over 60,000 pre-enrollees, over 6,700 paid. And on this call alone, we have lots and lots of people. Make sure you wave, everyone, to all the people that are going to be watching this on replay.
I just changed screen then. I think John Bone was just picking his nose as I changed the gallery view. That were a bit grim, buddy, but at least people know that this is real. This is real.
Absolutely. So all these people are interested in learning more about cryptocurrency, and the way they're doing it is iCoin Pro. It's a fantastic program that is going to take you from newbie all the way to expert. Yep, we've said that, from newbie all the way to expert. And the way we do that is by module training. And in the back office currently, and we're just in pre-launch, there are close to 20 modules in the back office. There's more training being added all the time. What we're going to do is we're going to go into detail today about not only a little bit of the program itself, but about the business opportunity. You see, one of the great things is all of you out there know that you want to take full advantage of cryptocurrencies. One way to do that is iCoin Pro. But what we've also done with iCoin Pro on the back end is have a fantastic business opportunity that if you choose to share this with others, with family, with friends, with others out there, we want to compensate you for that. And we compensate you handsomely as long as you know exactly how you're going to tell other people about it. The pay plan, the comp plan, the matching bonuses, all that stuff we'll go over today as well. We have a little etiquette here when we do these trainings, all right? We've got all these people on. All of these people are going to be able to ask questions at some point during the training. There are going to be a couple of people that are going to come out. We're going to allow them to come out and actually ask their question live to be part of the recorded version. But we're a little bit sneaky, see? Because there are a ton of people here, they have a ton of questions, and Rich and I always make sure that we answer every single question before we hit the leave the meeting button. And that means that at some point, all right, after a couple of people ask questions, we're going to hit the stop record button, and all these people are going to be able to ask questions live. We'll stay on for an additional 30, 45, or 60 minutes answering every single question. And guess what? If you're watching this on replay, you don't get to see that. So that's why it's important that you get into the Facebook group. There's an official Facebook group for iCoin Pro, all right? We have our own training groups and all like that, but this is a training for everyone, and you want to get into the official Facebook group. In order to do that, what you want to do is get back to the person that shared this link with you or told you about the opportunity. What we also then have is continuing corporate training that happens twice a week. We have a Wednesday call that we do for everyone to bring your prospects to. We have some additional training where we're doing a module training each week. And then there are just calls that we do with Paul D'Souza, the CEO, out of the blue. He and I will decide, or sometimes he'll decide, and if I'm around, I'm around, that he'll jump on and want to do, you know, an hour-long training call. Great stuff like that. But you only know about those calls with the CEO if you're inside the Facebook group, because that's the only place that he pops those announcements in. Other than that, this training today is going to be absolutely fantastic. We're going to cover what I said. We're going to cover a little bit of the product. We're going to cover a lot of the business opportunity, the comp plan, the wallets, how you get paid, what's the best way to learn, leverage, market, everything about the matrix, all that stuff, all right? Then we're also going to give all of you, all right, at the end when the recording is turned off, an additional probably 25 to 30 minutes of in-depth marketing, all right, on how you can actually go and leverage this so you can take full advantage of all that iCoin Pro has to offer. We're going to actually unleash and release a marketing system that we've built just for all of you, not a corporate program, all right, but one that we're having success with, and you're free to take a tour and go through that. Not saying you have to, but I think when we show you the things at the end, all right, you're going to be smiling from ear to ear like Joker, right, Rich?
Yeah, absolutely, mate, absolutely. So what I want to do is get stuck straight into the ICP stuff, straight into the pay plan, compensation plan, the overview of what it's all about. And we're not going to charge through it because we had the delay, but we are relatively conscious of time. You guys have been really patient with the tech glitches that we've had. So let's get stuck straight into that. In a second, I'm just going to jump onto share screen, and you should be able to, if you give me one second. We don't want more tech glitches, just a tickety-boo. Right, there we go, that's better.
So Rich, while you're doing that, let me just remind everyone of a couple of things. If you look down at the bottom of your screen, you're going to see a chat box. If you hit that to the right, a box pops up for chat. Another reason why you want to be on these live calls, you can see all of people's interaction and their questions. So the beautiful thing about the chat box is you can ask a question at any time when Rich is talking, all right? And we'll keep that note and we'll get back to it, or it may actually bring you out live. You can also click, all right? If you click, you'll see that you can, if you click participants, you'll see all the participants here, all right, a bunch of people. And if you go back to the chat, you can see where you can chat privately with each other, so that if someone answers a question in the chat, and we advise people to go ahead and answer if you know the answer in the chat to help us move things along. And if you want more clarification from that person, just click on their name, go to private chat, and just keep asking questions of them. That's how this whole training works. Mm-hmm. And then eventually what we'll do is we'll go through, and if you got your question answered, you can just let us know. If not, we'll get to it. And like I said, we're looking to bring 3 people out to basically ask their questions live for people to get a sense of what you're learning or what you want to learn on this call. But my man, Rich, go ahead.
Yep, cool. Let's do it. So we're going to go over the pay plan first, because that's where the majority of the questions that we all get, whether that be in the support group or through private messaging or on email, they're centered around the pay plan, mainly because it is so comprehensive. It's, in my opinion, the best pay plan in the industry. So we're going to cover that really comprehensively. And then after that, what we're going to do is we're going to touch more on the product. We'll jump into screen share on the website itself, go through some of the product stuff, what's there already, what's going to be there once we launch on the 21st of June. But as it is, let's get started. So pay plan, let me just, I know that it doesn't affect you guys, but I can't see my screen because you're in the way. So I'll just move that. Right, so earnings for all. I say that this is the most comprehensive pay plan in the industry. You know already that there are 5 streams of income within this business. 5 streams of income seems like a lot, but what I love about ICP is they've considered everybody. In a lot of businesses, what they'll do is they'll strengthen the pay plan in favor of one end of the market or the other end of the market, depending on who they're trying to cater for. You know, you'll find pay plans which are aimed at your non-recruiters, your non-team builders, your non-marketers. Pay plans favorable to those kind of people are generally really weak for the big team builders, and as a result, businesses struggle. Then you'll find pay plans with businesses that are really strong for your big team builders, your serious players, your marketers who've been in the game for a long time, but really weak for your newbies and your people who are not that experienced. And so again, it makes it difficult to enter that space. And what iCoin Pro has done, which is incredibly smart, is they've put together a pay plan which it kind of suits everybody because of the different aspects to it. You can't have a one size fits all. You can have a 5 sizes fits many. And that's what this business has got. I love it. So the first 3 parts of the pay plan, the Powerline bonus, the Fast Start bonus, and the Coded Infinity Fast Start overrides are aimed at those 3 different types of people. Non-recruiters, newbies. Your average, everyday marketer, the people who are used to exchanging time for money. You know, I sell a product, I get paid. And then your Coded Infinity Fast Start bonus, your third one, is for your big boys, for your team builders, for your serious players. Then in addition to that, what we're going to talk about is the matrix, and that is the sexy aspect of the pay plan. But let's get started with that Powerline bonus. So this is something that's available for everybody. Effectively, when you join iCoin Pro, you're benchmarked as a number in the business. And so if you were to visualize people joining the business and everybody joins in the line, the first person, the second person, the third person, and so on and so on and so on. And that line goes down and will continue to go down forever. And it's about 60,000 deep now. Whenever anybody joins, no matter who they've joined under, no matter where they are in the world, they're the next in line, chronologically. And we've got people joining every minute of every day. It's great to watch that ticker in the back office. Somebody needs to mute their mic.
Man, that was a different roast beef. That was a different roast beef.
Really? Okay. Whoever's talking about roast beef, can you?
I mixed that gravy with the Mac.
Oh, for God's
She
sake.
said, "Holla!"
Right. Let's find out.
That was good, fellas, man. And your cake was good, man.
Right, give me a minute, guys. Let me just kick somebody out of this. Right, Craig Jones, you're gone, buddy. Do you know? Right. Let's get rid of him. There we go. Right, Craig Jones is out of here. Go enjoy your roast beef, dude. Right, so what we're talking about. Yeah, the power line.
Rich, give me the host, my man. I'll make sure we can clean some of this up. You can go on presenting.
Right, cheers, dude. Let's make you host. Where are we? Make host. There you go, my man. It's all yours. You have the
awesome. Again, these are real, raw, unscripted, and unfortunately, sometimes for the better of everyone, we do have to kick some people out. All right. And they can always join
the guy's obviously hungry, you know. He's got better
absolutely, yeah. Roast beef. He's not worried about power lines. He's worried about roast beef. Go ahead, my man.
Right. So yeah, your power line is exactly that. It's a line of people. Everybody joins chronologically, and how this works is you earn from the next 5 people in the power line beneath you. The next 5 people who join iCoin Pro, no matter who they came in through or where they came from. Those 5 people, you earn 3% of their monthly membership fee. So yes, as Big says, it's capped. You're only ever going to earn from 5 of them, but for want of a better word, that's free money. You know, the business is growing and exploding after what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it might be. We're 60,000 people in, 6,500 paid members. And so you're going to get 3% of the membership fees from the next 5 people. So those 5 people, based on current growth rates, your paycheck there is guaranteed within 5 minutes. Guaranteed is not a word that should be used on a webinar. I take that back. But within reason, those payments are, 5 minutes later, you're going to have your 5 people underneath you, the way the business is going right now. Really, really simple. If anybody's got any questions on that, pop it in the chat room. It's a really simple pay plan. There's a big confusion between Powerline and Matrix. And so I really want to kind of disassociate those two things, because they are completely different. Your Powerline is literally $6 worth of commissions from the 5 people underneath you, and you'll never know who they are in all likelihood.
Yeah, when you're talking to everyone, please have them fully understand that Powerline is completely separate from Matrix, which is completely separate from any of your bonuses or anything like that. Mm-hmm. Period. The end of the story.
Absolutely. So your fast start bonuses, this is, I mentioned there's 3 types of marketers. This is the kind of thing that most affiliate marketers are used to. I use the phrase swapping time for money, selling a product, getting paid a commission, whether that be in a leveraged way, in a leveraged way by doing it online, or whether it be one-on-one when you're talking to people and you're networking face-to-face, old school. You essentially earn your fast start bonus in return for selling the education platform. This is a product-based business. When you sell the platform, someone joins for their monthly commitment, and they're $39 a month, and you are going to earn a commission off the back of that sale. So depending on what rank you are within the business, that's what's going to determine how much you get paid. So the rankings, as you can see on screen here, you've got unranked, so people who've not made many moves yet, 1 star, 2 star, 3 star and above. And so your rank determines how much you earn per paid membership, per education platform sale. And so you will get, on the people who you've personally brought to the party, between $10 and $25 per sale from those people. Now, if you are 1 star or above, you'll earn $5 per sale on the people that they've brought in. So there's a multi-level aspect to it. And that can earn all the way down to 5 levels deep. So you bring in John, John brings in Mary, Mary brings in Julie, Julie brings in Susan, Susan brings in Eric, and you're going to earn on all of them if you're a 3 star and above. So I see big hunting for unmuted members. Cheers, dude. So that's your fast start.
Hunting we will go. Yes, keep going, my man.
Yeah, that's your fast start bonus. So that's your upfront money for people who are becoming members. Your Infinity fast start overrides are for your big players. And when I say big players, you don't have to be a big player to start. A big player is just a little player who's taken a bit longer to get there. You know, so don't think that this is something that's not possible for you when I use that turn of phrase. Anybody can get to Star Elite, because that's where this particular part of the pay plan kicks in. So Star Elite is a rank measurement. So you've got 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. You're still on mute, dude. I can't hear you.
Can we go back to fast start bonuses real quick? Because I want to make something very clear for people. All right. We are in pre-launch. We will be launching June 21st. Fast start bonuses are going to be here throughout the entire lifespan of this company. So just because they say fast start doesn't mean that they're only available in pre-launch. They are available any time going forward that you introduce new people.
That's a fair point, because that question has been asked a few times, hasn't it, with the wording of it. Yeah, you'd maybe think that it was just an incentive. It's not.
Right. Fast start just simply means that, you know, when you enroll people and they enroll people, you're earning not only the people you enrolled, but the people that they enrolled. And that's why we're going to talk more about the enroller tree. Now, again, Powerline, forget about it. It has nothing to do with it. When people see their Powerline, they've got umpteen thousand below them. That just means that the company is spreading that wealth, even for those that don't recruit, as Rich talked about. But if you're spreading the story and you're recruiting people and your people are enrolling people because of the product, all right, you get to participate based on where your ranking is. Go ahead, Rich.
No problem. Cheers, dude. So Infinity Fast Start Overrides, we were touching on them, and assume you are now a Star Elite member. So what you've got is payment up to 3 generations. What does 3 generations mean? Each generation is the next person of Star Elite status or higher. So there's you in your business, and then within your enroller tree, so that's everybody who's growing beneath you, somewhere may or may not be another Star Elite. And when you reach that Star Elite, that's your first generation. So hypothetically speaking, there's you in business, and there are 10 people beneath you in your enroller tree before you reach another Star Elite member. You're going to earn $2 per month on those 10. Now, hypothetically, because Star Elite, as I say, anybody can do it, but most people won't because it takes consistency and hard work and effort. It could well be that you achieve Star Elite and nobody in your business, or it's 100 people down, or 1,000 people down, depending on the size of your business. You're going to get $2 per month on every member until you reach the next Star Elite level, no matter how deep that goes. And once you've got there, you're then hunting for your second generation. And so you continue to earn $1 per month on everybody in your enroller tree down until you come to another Star Elite, which again might be 1 or 2 people away. It might be 1,000 people away. It might not exist. You might be paid down to infinity. This
See,
is why.
and that's the beauty, the key word there, infinity.
Mm-hmm.
See, I've had so many people talk to me, I know you have, Rich, also, about, I'll never hit Star Elite. You don't have to. You don't have to. You may come across someone that is a very good marketer, recruiter, all right, that signs up under you, enrolled directly under you. As we said, because of them being in your enroller tree, you're going to have the ability to earn off of them. That's, again, that first generation, second generation, third generation. So don't think about it. Let's go the other way. All right. Let's say someone that's a Star Elite like myself. Okay. And one of my directs is someone like Rich or like Ari. Guess what? Very quickly, all right, I'm not going to be making that $2. But, okay, I am going to be making dollar all the way below that. So it's a plus. So don't think, all right, that all the good spots are taken or anything like that. The comp plan, when it was put together, was built to have people be inspired to continue to move through the ranks and have you earn from the hard work of not only yourself, but the people that you brought in as well as part of your enroller tree. It's a fantastic comp plan. And yes, Star Elite is doable. Remember, we're only in pre-launch. We plan on being here a long time. Go ahead, Rich.
Cheers, dude. So those are your 3 parts of the pay plan aimed at 3 specific types of people. Now, I want to talk about the matrix. Yes, I've labeled it sexy because it is. It's a fantastic pay structure, and it's something that can benefit every member irrespective of what rank you're at. You'll notice that you have unranked as a payable option in the matrix. Now, let me be really clear about what this matrix is. So, for want of a better word, I'm going to use the word pyramid purely because of shape. You know, pyramid shape is the shape of every government, the shape of every education system, the shape of every corporation, and it's the shape of the matrix within your iCoin Pro business. When anybody joins, they become the head of their own matrix. And so what you've got is 2 legs, and everybody has 2 legs which spear off, and you're going to see them in a second when we talk about the rank advancement. And so your first level is the first 2 people who you bring in. The system automatically places these people. You've got your first person, your second person, your third person, your fourth person, your fifth person, and the system automatically places everybody into your matrix and fills it out beneath you. Now, here's the cool thing. The person above you has also got their own matrix. And so when they continue to work, their matrix is being filled out in the same way. So some of their people can drop into your matrix. And that's where you hear this term spillover. Spillover isn't guaranteed. To be fair, none of the money that we're talking about is guaranteed. It seems a good time to throw in an income disclaimer.
I think so, Rich.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Results are never typical, albeit neither are any of the people who are on this webinar. But results are not guaranteed, nor assured. Your work ethic, the business system, your strategy. We don't know how much you're going to bring to this party. The pay plan is the same for everybody. It's a level playing field. It's just how good you play the game that makes the difference. So don't be flattered by these numbers and think, well, I'm definitely going to get them. But by the same token, don't be put off by these numbers and think, well, the other way around, actually. Yeah. Don't be flattered by these numbers and think I'm definitely going to get them. Don't be worried by them and think I'm never going to get them. You determine what happens from a pay plan like this. It's a fantastic pay plan. So your matrix, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, the system begins to fill that out with the people who you bring in, with the people who are brought in from above you, the spillover that I talked about, but also the people who you've brought in are going to go to work as well, and they're going to be filling out their matrix. So your matrix can fill out at a fairly good pace, depending on everybody's work ethic. None of this happens automatically. Everybody has to put some work in. If you're an unranked member, so you've not made much in the way of waves through the business, you've just bought your membership, and you can earn on your matrix down to 10 levels deep. So how would that happen if you're unranked? So you've only brought 1 or 2 people into the business. You've not qualified as a 1-star member because you need 3 people for that.
So, Rich, a number of people are going to ask, so do I actually need to sign anyone up to earn from the matrix?
No. As an unranked member, that's anybody who is a paid member and
paid and active
and has brought in less than 3 members. So if you've brought in no one, if you've brought in 1, or if you've brought in 2, you're an unranked member. So you can earn from this without referring anybody. Should you? No, everybody should refer, because ultimately you're selling an amazing product that's only going to become more amazing after 21st of June. But yes, the unranked membership can be earned by people who are not referring. So if you're under, say you're under me or you're under Big or whatever, as we bring people into the business and our matrix starts to fill out, if you were one of those people, our people are going to drop underneath you. That's what's going to happen. And you would earn 2.5% per month of each of the memberships of everybody on level 1, level 2, level 3, all the way down to level 10. The potential, and I stress potential because it's income disclaimer, results not typical, all that. The potential is to earn just over $2,000 per month, even as an unranked member from your
the key there is per month. A number of people are asking, when's my matrix going to fill? When's my matrix going to fill? Okay. Again, the key there is the month. It all depends on the cutoff dates and things like that. Most important thing is that you are a paid and active member, all right, so that you do have that opportunity to have the matrix fill. But if you're just sitting back there waiting for the matrix to fill before you go to work,
you're going to be waiting a long time, folks. You really are. People don't understand the scale of a matrix. The size of this opportunity is huge, but to fill a huge opportunity is a huge undertaking. Each individual matrix has over 32,000 positions. The business has only got 6,500 members at the minute. So even the guy, for want of a better word, at the top of the tree is nowhere near having filled his matrix yet. This business is, though, going to have in excess of 1 million members. Paul's aiming for 2 million members plus. We're 2 weeks in and we're at 6,500. So you're well positioned. Let's put it that way. But yeah, I don't like the idea of people just joining because they think that they're going to magically be gifted thousands of dollars from spillover and spill up and all of that business. It's great, but these are bonuses, like Big mentioned at the start. So if you're a 2-star member, what that does, it unlocks level 11 and level 12. Now that is a big deal. And I say it's a big deal because from my matrix, I've got more people in level 11 than I've got in level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10 and put together. That's a big deal. My level 12 is also looking very healthy indeed. As you move up to 3-star, then you unlock all the way down to level 14. And you can see the income potentials at the bottom, but there's some distance away for a lot of people. The fact is you want to utilize all of this pay plan and all of the education that is existing and is going to come from 21st of June onwards to maximize your earnings. So matching bonuses, another sexy one.
You know, and again, this is amazing because so few companies out there do this.
Mm-hmm.
Do this. And I think I agree with Paul. When all this was put together, this is probably the sexiest part of this entire comp plan, this matching bonus. And Rich is going to share why, and you'll understand why the matching bonus program was designed and why it's so sexy. But keep in mind, you want to be able to explain it concisely and precisely. So go ahead, Rich.
Yeah, this is beautiful. It really is. So matching is the key word here. So you're going to have people in your business who are earning various levels of income. And so whether they be people who you've brought in personally, so yes, this is only available if you've brought people in. So people who you've brought in personally, or people down 6 levels from there, depending on what rank you are in the business. But when they earn in the matrix, you earn as well. Whatever they earn, you get a percentage of, no matter what. The only variable is what rank you are in the business.
So hang on, Rich. So we're going to pay them a fast start bonus on people they bring in.
Yeah.
And then we're going to turn around and we're going to pay them a fast start bonus on the people that those people bring in. All right. Then to top it off, we're going to turn around and give a matching bonus on those same people. Do you understand why Paul D'Souza, the CEO, says this is the sexy part? Because you're getting your fast start bonus. And someone asked, is that a one-time payment? Yes. All right. But look at this. There's a matching bonus that's recurring. So this is why all of you need to understand that for the first couple of months, this company is paying out over 100%. Everything is going back out to you as long as you're willing to work to help us spread the word. And then going forward, there's still going to be a huge chunk that's paid out to you, again, if you're willing to work. The matching bonus is friggin' sexy. Go ahead, Rich.
Yeah, the income potential here is pretty much off the scale. So you can see on the chart how this varies depending on what level you are in the business. So if you're an unranked member, so that means you've only brought in 1 or 2 people. Yes, you could also be have no people and be unranked, but then you wouldn't be earning in matching bonuses because there'd be no one to match from. So to qualify in this as unranked, you must have brought in 1 or 2 people, and those people, whatever they earn in the matrix, so their earnings will vary depending on what they're doing in their businesses. So this is what Big spoke about. You could end up bringing a big player to the table. You might only be a little player. You might only be here for the education and just have referred it to 1 or 2 people by chance. But if one of those goes on to become a rock star and makes a killing in the matrix, even as an unranked member, you're going to earn 10% of what they earn every month. And rock stars can do very well in a business that's got a pay plan like this. So that can go all the way up to the ridiculous figures of the 60% when you're hitting star presidential. And there's a lot in between. There's a lot of strength here in upgrading. You look at the difference between 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star, because at the minute, until the 21st of June, you can buy your star status. You don't have to earn it. You can buy it. So to buy into the 3-star status and unlock this, unlock that, unlock that. Do you know what I mean?
Rich, I'm gonna make a little correction for you there. That 6-month and 12-month offer to automatically rank up by paying that is going to continue even after launch.
No way.
Absolutely. It's going to continue because, again, one of the things this comp plan wants to do is to have you be in love with the product, but also, again, to understand that we need your help. We need your help in getting the word out there. Once people get into the training and all right, they see how much value they're actually getting for that $40 a month. Then if you go in and you purchase the 6-month at a little bit over $220 and you purchase the 12-month at a little bit over $450, you're getting savings right there, but also it's allowing you to automatically be in a position to earn those matching bonuses when you start bringing those people in. That's why this was set up the way it was set up, so that you can immediately, even if you've only signed up 1 or 2 or 3 people, you can immediately begin earning on these matching bonuses if you're a 6-month or a 12-month paid member, because you automatically rank at either 2-star or 3-star. I'm going to strongly suggest that if you truly believe in the product, which is fantastic, that you go 12 months. Then that allows you to really get out there and start to share the story with everyone, get them on these trainings, get them on other leaders' trainings, so that those people get excited and they join you, because if they use your link to pre-enroll, they are cookied to you, all right? Even if they go through where we do the cutoffs and all like that, they're still in the system with you. So your job is just to continue to share the story. And if you're automatically at a 3-star, then you don't have to worry about, oh, do I have 100 people in my enroller tree? None of that matters, because you're going to be paid fast start, etc., all those things. So listen, it will still be there, but don't wait. Go ahead, Rich.
Yeah, so big, we're just touching on the rankings. So I want to go through those so people have got a really clear understanding. And like you said at the start, all of this is in the back office. And different people learn in different ways. Some are readers, some are visual, some are audio, some have got to the kinesthetic. They've got to actually do it and get involved in showing it before it makes sense to them. But if you are just a reading learner, go to the back office and look at all of this stuff and absorb it, take it in, because it's all there for you. 1 star is as simple as you've brought 3 people to the party. You've enrolled 3 members. They are hopefully 3 members who are wanting to buy the education platform, because ultimately going forward, especially beyond the 21st, this is going to be a very product-based business. But whether they be here for the education or to take advantage of the positioning and getting involved at the start as an affiliate, you need 3 people. 2 separate legs, but the system takes care of that for you anyway, so you don't need to worry about that. And they have to be active. So this is not pre-enrollees, this is not free members, this is 3 paying people.
Now, by all means, as we're going through this, if you have questions, go ahead and put them in the chat box, because we're going to go through those, pull some people out live, and then also we're going to go back to everyone at the end when we stop the recording and stay on with you for 30, 45, 60 minutes, whatever it takes. So don't be shy. Go ahead and pop the questions in. Like I said, participants, if you know the answer, go ahead and pop it in. That's the idea, is to get this community being interactive. Go ahead, Rich.
No problem. Cheers, dude. So your 2-star rank, you're wanting to level up. So 2-star ranking is simply more numbers. So the more numbers may not necessarily just come from you, because there's 2 ways to explode a team. There's 2 ways to grow a business of this type. You can either go to work yourself and bring the people, or you can bring the people to start and then help them to do the same. You know, duplication is key. Duplication is not easy. Duplication can be massively time consuming. But if you can explode your business in that way, then it's far, far easier for it to benefit from accelerated growth. So you've got 2 separate legs. Again, your system takes care of that. And you need a minimum of 20 members in your entire enroller tree. 20 active members, 20 people paying their monthly subscriptions. your enroller tree, because this has also caused a bit of confusion, that term, your enroller tree is whatever's going on beneath you. So what's going on from you and from the people who you've brought to the party. Why do I make that point? Because if you imagine for a second that this is me at the top, the red one, and so I'm doing all of this, I've got all this stuff going on, my people are doing all of this, but above me is Big, and Big's doing his thing. Well, his people that he's coming in are falling into my matrix, but not my enroller tree. Two different things. So people will be positioned here visually, but the 20 members need to be in your enroller tree. So not what's come from above, but what's being grown from below. I hope that came across clear enough, guys. And we'll soon find out if the questions go through the roof.
Think about your enroller tree like your family tree, all right? You're only involved because it came from you, right? Your children, their children, etc. So your enroller tree, all right, is where you are, or your upline, okay, as Rich talked about, has to come from your family. So you've got to, guess what, also create a family tree. The enroller tree is different from the matrix. That's why the bonuses are so fantastic in the enroller tree, because the incentive is to get you, guess what, getting other people signed with you. That's the whole reason the enroller tree bonuses tied to the enroller tree are so amazing.
Yeah.
All right. And as we said, you may end up with someone in your enroller tree that is a big promoter. That's to your benefit.
Yeah.
All right. But think of it like your family tree. That's a great way to think about it. Go ahead, Rich, my man.
So the other way to get to 2-star is buy in, which ridiculously is now going to be open beyond the 21st of June. That's just awesome. On all of the rankings, there is a cap of volume, a 40% volume cap from any of the legs that you bring in. Only 40% of the business that leg generates will count towards your overall volume. And that rule stands true all the way through.
Yeah, now let me make something clear, Rich, here. When you're buying a 6-month or 12-month subscription, all right, that is a time period. So let's say you start out as a monthly and you want to upgrade to 6-month or 12-month, which I would highly suggest you do. You will get time added to the end of your membership, all right? So the membership goes for what you pay for. And then at the end of it, if you don't re-up and you haven't qualified based on the number in the enroller tree and you want to stay as a 2-star or 3-star rank, then yes, you'll have to repurchase or re-up at that level. The idea, though, is to help you fast start it by offering this so that you can go out there and get that many people in your enroller tree. And then it's up to you to choose whether or not. Again, the 6-month and 12-month give you this double advantage, if you will, at a discount, which is absolutely fantastic. Go ahead, Rich.
Yeah. So with your 3-star, and this is the same all the way through, it's just more of the same. There's nothing surprising. There's nothing untoward. There's nothing unexpected with any of this. It's just more of the same. So it's either going to come from massive activity, from massive assistance and duplication, or from time. It's not going to come from nothing. It's not just going to happen by magic. You've got 100 active member minimum in your enroller tree, or you've bought the 12-month subscription, one or the other. Other than that, it's exactly the same as the 2-star. Likewise, with your Star Elite, it's exactly the same as the 3-star, but more numbers. 500 active members in your enroller tree. So that's 500 people paying the monthly subscription for who you've brought in and who your team have brought in, not who've come from above. Same power leg cap applies. And as a presidential member, that's where you're talking beyond megabucks. 5,000 active members. It will be interesting to see how long it takes for somebody to get to that, because it took how many days did it take for people to hit Star Elite, dude? The first people, of which you were one of them. In fact, weren't you the first?
No, 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 no. My man Ari was the first. I was I think the next day or that night, being asleep, I didn't know. So we have four currently. We have Ari Maccabee, we have myself, we have Frank Astheimer, and we have Mac Mills. And there are some people creeping up. In fact, a couple on this call here are less than 50 away from also reaching
Really?
that star lead. Yeah, I won't name them so I don't jinx them, but they know who they are and they're working hard toward that. So it
Beautiful.
can be done. It absolutely can be done. This one, this is a different story, all right? But the star presidential rank is there for a reason. My prediction, all right, and Paul and I've talked about this in detail, someone will hit this in the next 6 months rather easily. And then at that point, when
The
it
glass
starts to
ceiling
be duplicated, there will be other ranks implemented.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Crown Presidential, et cetera,
Yeah,
you know, Galaxy or whatever. But it's always good to constantly be, you know, raising the bar there. So absolutely good stuff, Rich.
Brilliant. And so in summary, guys, that's your pay plan. It is rank based as to how much of it you're entitled to. It is work ethic based in relation to how much you're entitled to. You're muted, dude.
Stop your screen share because we're on a black screen. If you're going to go to, there you go, Rich. Yep.
Beautiful, beautiful. There we go. So yeah, that's your pay plan. What we are going to do is we're going to clear up a couple of questions, I think, and then we're maybe going to jump into the back office and highlight a couple of things in there because there's been questions relating to some of that. We might do those questions off recording actually when we go into back office. So how are we doing on chat room, buddy? What's the...
Yeah, actually, what we're going to do is I'm going to bring out Michael to ask his question because he's talking about on the initial order. I believe he's talking about the fast start bonuses. So, Michael, let me do this. Let me see if I can find you to unmute you. Michael, you're unmuted, my man. Michael, you want to ask your question? Oh, man. We have the chipmunks here.
Wow.
All right, Michael. Michael, we can. Michael, you have to mute yourself. No, you sound like a chipmunk. Comedy, everyone. Absolutely love it. No, absolutely. Real raw, unscripted. So let's mute Michael. All right. And so why don't I do this for Michael so he doesn't suck on helium balloons anymore. Basically, Rich, his question was, on the initial order, when it comes to the fast start bonus, does that mean that you only earn, okay, when they first join and then not again after that, whether they join for 1 month or 6 months, whatever? So explain that on the fast start bonus.
Great question.
Mm-hmm.
Great question. So the fast start bonus, let's say you are an unranked member. So you get $10 as an unranked member. That's payable when a paid member joins, whether it be they're paying monthly, they're paying 6 monthly, they're paying annually. The same applies because it's only a one-off payment. It's only on their first order. If you're up at the higher levels, your Star Elite, your Star Presidential, it's $25, whether they're paying monthly, 6 monthly, or annually. So it's a one-time hit.
Awesome. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my man James come out. James actually sent me a question privately, but I don't mind answering that because I think people have a misconception on people getting kicked out of the system or purging in the system. So James, if you want to unmute yourself, come out and ask your question that you asked me privately, Rich and I will be happy to answer it. Do you see James there anywhere, Rich?
Let's have a look, James. Which James? We've got a couple of Jameses on, I think. We've got James Bassey.
You got it?
Can you hear? I got it muted.
Yeah, I can hear you, buddy. You're a bit quiet, but I can hear you.
Okay.
All right, speak up, James. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just addressing what happens if a person joins and they're pre-enrollee and time goes by and they haven't paid. Okay, how long do they stay cookies in the system? According to Paul, okay, after 60 days, if they have not paid, then they're out of the system, come in through anybody. That's correct, right?
Yeah, let me answer that, James. Great question, by the way. So, and Becky will back me up on this. Essentially, how the system works: when people pre-enrollee, they are tagged to you using your link. Every Wednesday, we have a purge in the system. The purge does not completely purge them out of the system. According to laws here in the U.S., where the company is based, all right, it's 90 days. 90 days. So now, what happens every Wednesday? They stay in the system, but they are kicked down from their position. All right. So they're still in the system, and they basically start over again. And people that sign up after them, after being pushed down, go underneath them so they can still do that. That happens for 90 days. At the end of 90 days, they are purged completely, meaning that they are no longer tagged to you as their sponsor. All right? Do you follow
Okay.
that, James?
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
90 days, absolutely.
Okay.
And that's basically that's essentially the laws when it comes to network marketing and MLM. 90 days. All right. And so
Great.
again, at any point when they decide to finally be a paid member and upgrade, depending on where they are at that time before the cutoff. That's why Wednesday cutoffs are extremely important, because every Wednesday at 11:59 Pacific time or California time, okay, West Coast time, the system basically purges people, not completely, it just takes them out of their current position in the power line, the matrix system, whatever you want to call it, their position, and rolls them to the very bottom because they're not paid. And then everyone signing up after that, pre-enrollees, etc., all right, even paid members are under them until that next Wednesday cutoff comes again, and it happens all over again. But that person with the email that they signed up with will stay with the system for 90 days as an unpaid pre-enrollee. So that's why we talk about what you want to do is stay in touch with people. You want to have some type of system, not only just a corporate system. Now, corporate's going to be doing what they're doing by sending occasional emails, trying to get people on calls, all right? But that's why you want to start looking at your own way to follow up with these people, all right? To get them interacting with you, to show them all the value, things like that. And we'll talk about that in a little bit, all right? Why all of you should seriously look at, if you don't have it already, if your leaders don't have it all, a system to allow you to do that, all right? In the Facebook group today, there was great advice in there from Becky on follow-up and, you know, the number of times you email, all that. We're going to cover a little bit of that on this call, a lot of it actually, on the non-recorded part of it. But that's your answer, James. Thanks for reaching out to me privately, but it was a great question. Happy to answer it.
Appreciate it.
No problem. So we'll have you mute again. Rich, let's do one more.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So we've got Jamie. We've already answered that. Who else wants roast beef? Yeah, we'll not bring that one out.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All
right. So basically, a lot of people have questions about the second year. What happens going in the second year?
Yeah, I would just say, if we purchase an upgrade to 3-star, is that for life or just year one? Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's memberships are based on either monthly, 6-month, or 12-month. As I said, if you start monthly and then you decide to upgrade to a 6-month or 12-month, that's going to be added on to the end of it when your month ends. All right, so it's always that way. And what you're doing is you're basically buying time as a member, which allows you to stay in the system and get all the new updates, new modules, things like that. If you missed it on the call the other day, the corporate call, you saw where Paul dropped the bombshell that there are 40 modules written, all right? Modules written. That means there is a lot of stuff coming. In pre-launch, we're essentially looking at about 20 modules being before pre-launch. So there's a lot more coming. And the beauty is it's going to continue to change. That's why this product is so great. And that's why we implore all of you to be a product of the product. Come in, take a test drive. All right, if you're watching this live and you're a paid member, thank you. If you're not decided yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and jump in. It's a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's going to allow you to go in. You're going to see what everyone is jumping up and down about, getting yourself educated, giving yourself knowledge and power to take advantage of this emerging market that is cryptocurrency. If you basically go along, you're going to see that in pre-launch here, we're constantly adding stuff. And by the time we launch, there's going to be a whole bunch of training, not only audio, not only text, but audio, visual, videos, etc. The list goes on. Testing, Paul talked about it, certification, badging, gamification, all that is coming, all right? That's the beauty of being an early adopter. All right. You understand that there's some limitations right now, but you put aside those limitations because of the enormous possibilities on the back end with the business opportunity. All right. And it's up to iCoin Pro, Paul, corporate to continue to deliver value. Your job is to continue to tell the story, become educated, leverage that, and there's so much more coming. You guys are in for a treat when we release the micro profit strategy training that's going to be coming up. You're going to get weekly training from someone that's been beta testing this for a while, who is going to work with you and over his shoulder show you step by step. Fantastic stuff coming. So if you're not excited about that, that's the product part I talk about. All right, sell the product and then say, oh, by the way, not only is this great training and all like that, but look at this business opportunity on the back end. That's how you sell it. All right. And then once people pre-enroll, then you can drip on them, okay, about the comp plan and things like that, and getting them on these trainings, and let the trainers do the training. Your job is to, coddle and swathe and, baby them along the way until they make that decision to be a paid member. And that all has to do with you having passion and conviction for the material. All right. And the way you do that is to be in touch with people on a regular basis. Listen, if you've gone through the hard part of actually getting that person to put their email in your sign up page, why would you want to let them get away? Why would you want to let them get away? So Rich, we have any other questions?
None that I want to cover.
Yeah. How do we get the iCoin Pro t-shirts? That's all coming. The swag store and all that stuff is absolutely coming. You see, right now, what we had to do actually is I had to kind of force, along with some of the other advisors, had to force Paul back into the lab and have him keep working on the program and less on the marketing. All right, and less on the marketing. And so that's what he's doing. Again, you'll still see him pop in the group giving all kinds of advice. Absolutely great stuff. And so that's what Rich and I wanted to do also in the non-recorded part of this, really show you guys exactly what we're doing to drive the numbers that we're driving. All right. And have you guys start to pick up on not only us, but other leaders as well. There's going to be a ton more sharing in the group. All right. Just free training and marketing tips and all that's worth thousands. And you get all that by just being part of the group, by getting in there and interacting and creating this community that works together for the success of everyone. You see, the reason we're sharing so much is if I can do something and Rich or Becky or or Frank or any of those people or Michael's people or or the list goes on. If you look at the leaders, okay, it goes down to 100. There are a ton of people not even on that list that are fantastic, all right, who are willing to share to have you be successful. Why? Because we all benefit. As Paul said, we all benefit from the fact that if you become more knowledgeable, all right, you help spread the word. That means the price of our cryptocurrencies go up as more people are exposed to them. So it's a little bit selfish, all right, doing all this, but at the same time, that's how movements happen. Empowering people with knowledge, they then turn around and teach other people. And that's the idea. So, Rich, my man, did you want to cover anything else? I know we wanted to cover, let's do some screen shares and just clear up a couple of things in your back office there on the wallet.
Okay.
To show people, because here's another thing. All right. We had our first, all right, and we're going to keep recording this and then we're going to hit the stop recording a little bit. But a lot of people were asking a question about, I came in, I paid, I saw people in my matrix and all like that, but I didn't get paid. Well, here's the reason. It's not because you don't have money sitting there. You can go in and see my earnings on the left-hand side. But if you didn't set up your wallet yet, all right, to be paid out, we pay out every Wednesday. So if you miss that cutoff, you have to wait till the following Wednesday. It's just like that, 9-to-5 job, except it's better. But you still only get paid weekly. Now, those amounts of money that are in your back office for your earnings are based on two things. It all depends. Some bonuses fall weekly, some fall monthly. That's why the entire comp plan is laid out. It's all there. There's no deception. It's all completely transparent. You just have to wrap your head around when you read it. Don't get blown away by the numbers and get all excited. Read in the description. It'll say this monthly bonus is paid or it says this weekly is paid. You know, it's always, it tells you exactly whether it's a weekly payout or a monthly payout.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I don't know if you want to share that, because Rich, that's kind of key for people to do that if you haven't done it already. So if you have earnings sitting there and you're sitting around waiting to get paid, all right, it's sitting there. It's waiting
Yeah.
for you to put your wallet address in. And the beautiful thing about this, and I even shocked Rich with this earlier today, when Rich, you asked me about what?
About the credit wallet. So credit wallet is something that I've not.
Let's share and show them
Well,
exactly what we're
let's
talking about.
jump on.
Yep.
Right. I just want to make sure I
You
don't
see,
share my screen.
iCoin Pro just keeps getting better and better to allow complete flexibility for you not only to earn, but also for you to get paid. All right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if you're going to show that, Rich, you have to give a disclaimer because you just put up numbers there.
Yeah. So in your my earnings section, yes, you've got what you've earned as per income disclaimer applies, results not typical, work ethic, business system, business strategy are all going to play a massive part. But you've got a button that says transfer earnings to credit wallet. And in there, you can transfer from your commissions to your credit wallet, and your credit wallet is essentially payment in lieu. So you
It's your bar tab. It's your bar tab.
exactly.
Go ahead, Rich.
No, I love it. I love it. I wasn't aware that this existed. I'd not particularly paid much attention to that. I've been on almost every button there is, but I'd not paid any attention to that. So when Big boxed off what it was, bar tab's a great way of putting it. You know you're going to be earning in the business. You might as well be paying from your earnings, and so that's what this allows you to do.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Now go back one screen and just show people where they need to either put in their Bitcoin wallet, or if you're in the United States.
I'm not going to do that, dude, because it'll
I know,
show
right over here. You don't have to click it. No, just the button that says right there.
So
That
select
button
your
will,
payment option.
yep, it will give you two choices: your Bitcoin wallet, all right, or direct deposit if you're a U.S. citizen, all right. So I didn't mean for you to put that up there with your personal info. I just wanted to have them show that. You're already showing off your earnings there, my man. So anyway, all right, you can stop sharing, and let's finish this up at the recorded part of it at least, my man, and then we can go into the non-recorded where it's fun. All right, because we'll sit here and answer all kinds of questions. The funny thing is, a lot of people will wait until the unrecorded part to ask the really good questions, and we're absolutely fine with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask you to do two things. One, if you're watching this live, we want to thank you. Go ahead and share out. We're gonna do something here in a little bit where we're gonna go to gallery view and all these people, and we're gonna allow you guys to take a screenshot. All right, take a screenshot, and you want to post on your wall that you're on this training and you're about to go into a private session where you can ask all the questions you want. Put your
Whoa, what just happened? Is anybody else frozen?